Hey guys, welcome back to the Mokdong Studio. With me is Kaldor, and I, of course, am Wolf. This is the GSL, and, you know, Kaldor, I've been doing a lot of thinking, okay? And
okay, here it comes.
Well, my favorite unit, actually, in the Protoss arsenal, I was trying to think of a unit that was just
cool.
like a infantry unit, you know? That's the type of unit I should be, but actually, I would be a Void Ray pilot, okay? Because the Void Ray is quite powerful. He's pretty cool. You know, he looks kind of attractive, all right? And there, I'm attractive. I could be a Void Ray pilot, okay? So, you know, Void Rays, a lot of people say they're imbalanced. Of course they're, and I'm a Void Ray, okay? So I'm imbalanced.
Phoenix? Why not a Phoenix?
Well, Phoenixes are pansies, man. They can't even kill hatcheries. They can't kill things on the ground.
True, true.
They can't pick up big objects. They can't pick up massive things. Void Rays do bonus damage to massive things, okay? Think about that. Think about that, Kaldor.
Well, I have to give it to you. It took you a while, but that's a good choice.
Yeah, it is a good choice, I have to say.
Yeah, the Void Ray is definitely a good choice. So, yeah, I'm going to be an Overlord. But oh, actually, no, I'm not going to be an Overlord if you're going to be a Void Ray. That doesn't work out at all.
That does not, man. Well, here are our group standings: 3-0 for Yu-Gi-Oh! July and Hero tied with 2-1. And of course, Clide, JYP, and Lovesick down at the end there. Of course, Clide and JYP still have chances to get in here, but it's not going to be easy for them. Their opponents will have to lose in certain situations, and they'll have to win all of their games.
I'm thinking about the next match. We have July against Clide, and with July able to defeat Hero earlier, I might be wrong. I can't check that right now, but as far as I can tell right now, with July is winning against Clide, he will advance to Code S, because even if Hero is able to take another game, he will be tied with July, and as July won the match against Hero, he will advance. So
that's very true.
Is a really important one for July.
Indeed it is. And really, you know, Clyde's got to win this one as well. Of course, we'll see who comes out on top. The map is Tal'Darim Altar, Clide, July, GSL.
And you stopped it. I'm not so much worried about your voice. I'm more worried about the look that you make, the face that you make when you say that. At the bottom right, Slayer's Clide. I'm sorry, Street Fighter voice. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm really sorry.
How could you interrupt Clide, okay? How could you do that?
I feel bad. I feel really bad about it. But at the top right, we have the Zerg player in the blue colors. It is
July.
See, the problem isn't how you interrupt the players when you do it, it's your face when you're doing it.
Hey. Don't give me that.
Alright, well, we are at close positions by air, I guess you could say, or rather, July is the top right, Clide is clockwise from him, down the bottom right. So, pretty good positions for Clide. July's third base, though, is going to be far away from Clide, so it's not the worst possible case. The worst case would be July at the bottom left.
And to give you some statistics on those UPIs, I've been neglecting the statistic today quite a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but ladies and gentlemen, July's TVZ is at 54% right now. He won 49 games, lost 41. So, in comparison to him, we have Clide with a TVZ record of 47% win ratio. He played 19 matches. He was able to decide 9 in his favor while losing 10. So, roughly the same amount of well, not the same amount of games, but in terms of the win ratio, they are not really equal. July's a little bit ahead, but the difference is not all that big. So, just to give you a little bit of background, and Clide, of course, he has to decide this game in his favor if he still wants to stand a chance in this group, while July, on the other hand, he can ensure himself a Code S spot if he takes this match.
Very true. Now, I wanted to note with Reaper coming out, and July, a little bit late of a spawning pool, went hatch first and then gas before pool, so his spawning pool is a little bit later. Should be able to deal with this Reaper. The Reaper is just going to be a scouter. Maybe able to do a little bit of damage.
We have double gas already for Clide, by the way.
Yeah, he is going to be doing some one-base play for sure.
Yeah, usually when you go for the Reaper build, you want to expand behind it, Reaper expand instead of the Hellions, which is definitely a valuable option, but he is going for the double gas, so we can't he's going for a second Reaper. I'm curious to see how many Reapers he will actually build, and if he's going to go for the factory now. Yes, indeed he does.
Yeah, I was going to say the only other option is the 5 racks Reaper, and like Zerg players like freak out and have nightmares tonight and stuff when I say that term. And this Reaper actually going to get a few kills. Well, just one.
Not doing all that bad. The last time that I've seen Reaper, I mean, we are talking about players that try to get into Code A, that are trying to get into Code S as well. And one of these players has been Sleep, and he has participated in a European tournament lately that I've been casting, and he encountered 2 players that harassed him with Reapers quite a lot. I felt so sorry for Sleep, especially on this map. There are a lot of attacks that he can do with good bunker placement.
I was going to say, wouldn't it be interesting if Clide made a bunker behind the minerals here and started pushing up? That would be interesting.
Don't put the bunker behind the minerals. You can actually put 2 bunkers at the, well, roughly where the second geyser is, and then you have a spot that you completely block off where the Reapers can jump in between. The Zerglings can't attack, and the SCVs are usually able to complete the bunkers, so you will be in a position where you can target down the hatch. And this strategy is not all that common on the Korean server, and therefore Sleep at least was really surprised. He lost 3 times to a similar strategy with the placement, so that's something that we haven't seen on the Korean server that we might see in the future. But for now,
I think July is actually in trouble here because he has still not made any spines, nor has he made a Roach Warren.
No, does he get speed?
Yeah, Hellions and Reapers are on the way. He doesn't even have speed, as you said. He's getting a fast lair.
Clyde is transitioning into Banshees now.
Yeah, this is a really scary spot for July. He's even making a command center here. He's not going all in with this, but July just playing so risky, skimping on all sorts of defense, no spine whatsoever. These units actually can now just go up and do some more damage. He's got to be careful. I don't like him attacking this side where the Queen could do damage. I like it more the idea of him just going around the front.
And the biggest problem is, as you already pointed out, that he doesn't have a spine. He doesn't have a spine whatsoever, and that fast tech might come back to bite him in the ass, especially if Clide decides to commit to this play. He's going for a command center nonetheless, expanding behind it, going for tanks and marines now, but especially the Banshees could do a serious amount of damage to the July.
July is starting a third, or he's actually starting a 4th queen now, so he's gonna have plenty of queens. He's also gonna have a lair, so the cloak is not going to be the big threat, but the Banshees themselves are going to be quite strong. And also, he's making siege tanks right now, and we all know what happens on these positions when you siege up behind the natural. When you have Banshees for vision as well as Reapers, things can get pretty out of hand.
It's getting ugly, and you have to spread your creep accordingly. That's the one thing that I don't like about Clyde's play now. He has Hellions. Does he still have them? He does, and he's not trying to kill the creep tumors.
Yeah, well, right now, July has so many Zerglings out, I feel like he's a little bit scared to do that, but this Banshee's going to get taken out.
Oh, that was really close.
Yeah, that was a nice cloak timing there. I don't know if the cloak would have even mattered, but it finished right at that second when he escaped with the Banshee.
And July is spreading his creep even further. Clide not trying to prevent this. And if Clide wants to siege up in the position that Wolf mentioned at the natural, at the low ground, then he needs to make sure that there's no creep, because this will enable July to maybe take down those forces at the bottom.
Yeah, July is taking a 3rd base, or preparing to take a 3rd base, destroying those rocks. His creep, like you said, is pretty much there where it needs to be. I like this Banshee play, slowing down the Zerglings, killing the rocks, and also killing a decent amount of those Zerglings as well.
Spire is nearly done for July. Now his worker count is at 54, and Clide is only at 28, delaying his expansion by so much. He didn't have the opportunity to build 2 SCVs at a time, and is now way behind in his economy.
And 7 mutas on the way for Clide. That's not going to be what he wants when this attack hits, although there are very few Marines out for Clide, actually.
He only has 3. 7 Mutalisks will be able to kill everything.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the bunkers, of course, as well. With Marines and bunkers, you can kill units that much quicker. He's also targeting down these Queens. Nice micro on the Banshee. The second Queen falls. There's no answer for the Banshees now. But, of course, the Overseer is still there. The mutas will be able to clean up these Banshees, at least initially here.
And he will lose vision on the high ground too. Now the Zerglings run in as they realize that his opponent is retreating. Very weird decision. The timing by Clide just a little bit off, and he is paying dearly for that.
He didn't even cancel one of his bunkers in the middle of the map.
And he's on the defensive now. We have July attacking, and he's going for it. He's going for that bunker while getting a third base, sorry, and taking down every single Marine. There's nothing to defend against the Muralists.
Yeah, now that all the Marines are gone, this may be checkmate as July can just camp on top of the production facilities. It should not fight this turret. Should just go for the barracks and block all the Marines from coming out. And that's exactly what he's going to do here. Going to kill this Reaper as well.
Wow, July with 100 supply against 54, targeting his opponent's command center now. Nice, at least lifting the supply depot to block the Zerglings, but that's a horrible situation for Clide.
Yeah, Clide just losing more and more SCVs. July choosing not to camp the production facilities, but rather to kill all of the SCVs.
And this is horrible.
We were both worried for July with the build that Clide chose, but Clyde's execution was not very good. His follow-up just was not there, and I mean, I have to say this week alone, and especially with last week as well, I've seen so many games where players go for a late cloak and just lose. I've just been seeing that a lot, and in this case, Clide was not able to do a lot of damage. The Marines are out, but the Zerglings should be able to clean them up.
Yep, the Marines are dead and gone, and there's nothing to defend against the Muralists. There are way too many of them, 14. I feel like Clide should not have tried to get a second base, but just commit to the one base play. That would probably have been the wiser choice in hindsight. Now
Absolutely.
The Mutalisk and Zerglings are in a position where they can target every single unit leaving the production facilities of the Terran.
Clyde sending a Banshee up to the north to try to do some harassment. He does cloak it, starts to kill some drones, but that's not going to be even close to enough to what he needs to come out ahead on this game. Tank being repaired here desperately. The turret's going to deter his GG a little bit, but Clide is going to be down and out here as his factory is starting to fall. His barracks are under fire as well. He has no Marines. He only has a few turrets, but when these Zerglings come in, they're going to be more than enough to clean things up.
Clide had a very nice strategy going. He had a lot of units, and as Wolf pointed out, July had not... He committed so much to his economy that he didn't have the defenses, he didn't have the spine crawler, but instead of just continue building units, continue to get Reapers, Hellions, and of course the Banshees, he went for an expansion, tried to expand behind that, and it was just not enough at that point in time. He lost the momentum.
GG, yo. And July doing quite well today.
Yeah, he has 3 wins now, 1 loss, and he should be, I feel like he should be in Codes.
Probably will be able to come out on top here.
Hero would have... If Hero wins every single game that he plays from now on, there is still the chance of a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, right now, July is in an awesome position. And I really think that the decision-making of Clide was a little bit off. You mentioned it, he didn't have the spine crawler, he didn't have a lot of Zerglings, he had nothing, really late speed at that. So if he would have just built a couple of more Hellions, a couple more, maybe even the Reapers, and then with the help of those Banshees, he should have been able to take July down, or at least cripple his economy.
If he engaged in a better location as well, with his first 2 Reapers, he kept trying to jump up the cliff, but the Queen was just sitting there like slapping the Reapers the entire time. If he had tried to go around with his Hellion and his Reaper, he might have had a situation where either the Hellion gets into the main base or the Reaper gets in the main, starts killing drones. A lot of different things could have happened, but none of them occurred.
Another ZVZ is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! And he won 3 games today. He is facing Lovesick now. Lovesick doesn't stand a chance anymore on this group. He is already in Code A. He can't advance to Code S.
And if Yu-Gi-Oh! Wins this game, he'll be 4-0 like Genius yesterday, and he will be absolutely in Code S. So this is kind of like I said, the final boss for Yu-Gi-Oh! If he wins this game, then he'll be in Code S no matter what. Nothing can change that.
Antigua Shipyard will be the map. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Against Lovesick. Don't go anywhere. This is the GSL Up and Down.